Hi everyone. I just quickly wanted to film me getting ready for work. I've been decluttering my makeup a lot, just built a vanity, and so I wanted to get back into the swing of like filming something. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just adding on a primer. I'm also experimenting with different ways to incorporate the products that I'm using. So I'll put everything in the description bar below. So used a matte primer, wanted to add something mattifying on top, give me some matte radiance, if you will. So I added that, just trying to think about which foundation I wanted to use that day. I wasn't really in the mood for trying out anything new. Had a lot of stuff going on at work, so I also wanted something that I didn't feel was going to really weigh me down or oxidize like super crazy throughout the day. So I'm just applying that all over the face, trying to apply less near my eyes because I want to focus my concealer there, and again, not just layer up a lot of product. I think I'm moving on to concealer. Yes, so right now I'm using two concealers. One is definitely pulling more of a gold undertone, and the second one is more neutral. I like the way that they work together, so I try and use my Nars one a little bit more and add on the Maybelline. And again, I will put product descriptions below. While I'm letting that set, I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of contour. Again, don't want to go too crazy, but I also want to define my face a little bit more. Okay, that's set enough. So I'm just going to blend my concealer out and then set it. Not the biggest fan of baking right now in my life. I do enjoy doing it, but not for like more natural days. I just kind of want to, set it and move on. My brows, my precious, precious brows. So they're growing out right now, so they're not the most defined, but I'm going to get them done soon because we're getting to where I kind of want them to be. So filled them in, moved on. Highlighting. I love highlighting, but I have a trick that usually takes it down a notch. So it's not my best skill, but what I'll do is I'll place it where I think it should go, and then I'll buff it out a little bit, and then go back over with a nice finishing powder just to take it down a notch and give it more of a corporate office. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been doing different palette challenges where I'll pick a couple of palettes and work with those throughout the week. So in honor of the new launch for the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, I wanted to see what basics palettes I already, naked palettes I already had in my collection. So I worked with those all week. Again, I'll put them down in the description bar below, but I was working with the Naked 3 and the Smokey palette. So just trying to figure out what look I wanted to do for the day. The mini palette challenges are great, but they are definitely a challenge, and I'll get into that as I go throughout. So I think with this, looking at the tone of my outfit, I'll show you guys what I was wearing at the end. I wanted to do something that was a little bit darker, but also have a pop of color on the lid. So right now I'm just trying to get my life together, really figure out, oh, this shadow disappointed me. It's in the Smokey palette. I'll put the name down below. I thought it was going to pull more red than it did. It's pretty much just a black with some red glitter in it, which was fine, but it's not what I wanted for the purposes of my look today. So again, it's a palette challenge. I decided to pivot and put a nice pop of pinkish glitter on the lid instead. Using that black color, I didn't want it to necessarily just be black all over the lid. I thought it was going to be too much of a nighttime look for what I was trying to accomplish that day. And I had on a red skirt, so I wanted to have a little fun. But just trying to get things together. These two palettes combined didn't have the best transition shades for my skin. I think that black all over the lid would have looked great with an orange and a dark brown transition shade of some sort, but didn't have it, so we moved on. Winged eyeliner. Not my best skill, especially on camera, but I am definitely getting better at it. The right one always goes better, and what I normally do anyways is just go in the bathroom and clean it up with a Q-tip and make the wings super sharp. So I'll do that off camera. It looked better like 3 seconds after I finished filming, but that's what we're working with. Moving on to mascara. I naturally have really long eyelashes, so, just adding a little pop color back on top, lost some with the winged eyeliner. So this eyelash primer, It's interesting. I'm glad that I'm using one, just having a base in general, but the formula is very thick and it doesn't play well with a lot of mascaras. The high-end ones tend to do a little bit better, so this Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, it lays over it really nicely, but it's not my favorite mascara. So that's kind of the catch-22. Chanel has a great primer that I might look into after I run out of this. Putting a little Marc Jacobs Mahogany on the lip, showing y'all my outfit and getting ready to catch the train. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support and stay tuned for bigger and better things. As always, check out Instagram for the finished product. Take care, you guys.